I can't park my car because of the shells. All these shells, and now I see why people say it's so hard to drive here. Let's see if I can get this done. This is as far as I've gotten. The car has just been stuck. So I had to go get, the neighbor came out and helped me, you guys. Like, this is hilarious because, oh my God, this is just so funny. Like, how do I park this car and all these shells? Okay, so here's my car. You guys, I couldn't park my car. Ah, it's actually over there. Here's where I was lucky enough to get a last minute car rental from. If you see this message pop up, don't be alarmed. Go ahead and slide in their WhatsApp and they'll get back to you right away. The first adventure was a very scenic drive down to Tamarind Bay. Oh my God, he's right there, he's right there. Look, 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 look. Look, 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 look. Oh my God. That is amazing. As you can hear, I was just so blown away with my first adventure of seeing dolphins so close up. You would think that I've never seen dolphins before.
How was that, guys?
Good.
This is so picturesque. First excursion complete, and I want to tell you, you definitely want to put this one on your list.
I won't force you guys. I will try my best to bring you to the top, but I won't force anyone.
We are off on our walk for Le Morne. He's explaining the old slave village and the cross and how the cyclone and everything destroyed everything and how they moved it. So I'm excited. He said we're going up to the top of that peak. Let's try this, right? We don't have a choice. We're already here. The first part of the trip was an easy hike up. Okay, pro tip number 1, do this hike in the morning when it's cool. Like he said, 5:45 is when they start. Baby, be here because it's hot. I'm sweating. Seriously. I think you can see the sweatness coming off of my shirt. Oh my God. This is why I didn't even change my clothes, because I was like, I'm about to get stank anyway. So let's just keep going, right? Let's just keep the same outfit on. I have some amazing views. The group is just catching up. I'm going to go ahead and say it's my shoes that are helping me more because everyone else is wearing like trainers, sneakers, whatever you want to call them. And I have on my water shoes. So I think that's kind of like what's giving me a better, well, not water shoes, hold on now. Hiking shoes, hike water. I don't know what Kings is good for, but they're good for me. How about that? So I will say wear your hiking shoes and heed the warning of these signs. I promise you it is going to get a little bit more challenging.
You have a nice viewpoint if you want it.
Don't give up when you see this. I promise you, going to the top is going to be so worth it. Oh, no worries. They ended up being safe, and we continued on our adventure up, just looking at the most spectacular views. And look, we ran into Jan. Apologies for not giving you a really cool 360 view. I hope you at least appreciate a little bit of it. I had to stay on my bottom. I am afraid of heights, so I decided to stick right next to the guide. And here we are the next day on our third adventure with Yanature to Tamarind Falls. All right, we're on a technical tour going through the woods. Here we go. This is as far as I'm going to go. That is some beautiful water. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit here. Of course, I don't remember the name of this leaf, but it was really good to have him explain to us how it's used and how it's consumed. We kept tracking and we arrived at Pedicure Pond, which didn't look appealing, but as you can see, I definitely stuck my foot in there. It took a little bit because it kind of, tickled, but oh, it was definitely worth the free pedicure. There was ample time to just enjoy the falls, do a nice little dip in the water, and just enjoy the views. At the top, there was another group rappelling, and I definitely have to add this one to my list. From Tamarind Falls, I drove over to Grand Basin. I received my telek and my bracelet on the right arm for protection. I'm so glad it's cooled off because I can show you so much more now. Okay, I saw this from the road and I was like, oh, we're stopping over there too. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I am going to head to the next spot. I am not going over to the temple on the opposite side. So that's going to be up for you to explore. Instead, I hopped back in the car and did a quick little drive over to Alexandra Falls, where I finally ran into the monkeys. At the top, there is a set of stairs where you can get an elevated view of the falls. I continue on, stopping at every viewpoint that I could and making my way up to Jamarel. After the waterfall, I headed over to the Seven Colored Earth and definitely sat down inside of the restaurant and had a cup of coffee. All right, good morning. We're off to our next adventure. This will be my third hike, and we are off to the southwest, the Wild West hike today, and we'll see how that goes. I arrived early, so I got out of the car and just enjoyed the view. Of course, I tried to take a couple of photos, but the wind was not trying to let me be great, so they didn't actually come out the way that I intended. Above us is what I would consider an inverted bird's nest, so I was excited to see it.
You see, this is it, and it's like this, like that, I think. And they put the eggs here, they lay the eggs here.
Okay.
Have like compartments.
Yeah.
Like this.
Very well designed.
Yeah,
How do you rate the structure of this? Yeah, that's good structural engineering.
Yeah.
That is very nice. We had a fur friend join us on our tour. Remember that pretty lady with the hat in the Lamorne hike? That's her again. She joined her children for this one too. And I was so excited because this time I got an opportunity to talk to her more and just, get a little feel for the culture.
Yeah, this is how we had to climb down the mountain.
We were coming down these rocks that are over here, right? Right over there. Tell me why this cutie decided I was supposed to carry him down. Like, he straight up like tapping me on the shoulder like, hello, like, I'm going down with you. He's so cute. As you can see, there was some time allotted for a nice little swim, but none of us got inside of that water. I have to admit, it was a little bit cold. Just maybe. I don't know. Maybe if it had been just a tad warmer, I would have attempted. Okay, so I'm going to go in for just a little bit of it. Not too much. Oh, careful. I think this is as far as I'm going to go. Only because my phone is in my hand. Wait, that's just not that bad. Okay, here, I'm gonna stop it here. This water feels amazing. Oh my God, it feels so good. Definitely worth swimming in if you've got the time. I'm loving it. Okay, so Jan just told me that right here is where the mud part is. And people take this part to remove the dead skin from their body. Sorry, I wasn't filming when he was explaining it because I was too busy watching him. So I'll show you the muddy part where he said you remove this dead skin from your body. Just look at nature, giving us all the tools and resources we actually need just right here in our own backyards. And we continued on with our tour. He is right on my heels. It's like, bruh, let me walk. Look at him. Look at him. He's like he's on his tour too. It's all good. He's showing us the way. Continued on our hike and made it over to the pools. I was a little apprehensive, so I didn't immediately go into the water, but I was glad that Jan once again left enough time for us to explore. Ew! Look at that! Oh my God! Oh! I'm over here trying to look at these little crappy things. And these waves are all the way crashing up. I'm glad I didn't take my shoes off because there's a lot of sea urchins in here outside of those crabs, right? And I'm always afraid to step on those things because they sting. Yeah. Okay, so I'm here, so I'm going to enjoy some of this water because it feels so pretty that I just don't want to not get in it. I'm not going to get my whole body in because I don't want to go back wet. And it's not that sunny, as you can see. So because it's not that sunny, I don't want to like go back soaked. Oh my God! I'm okay. That is hilarious. We continued on again, coming to another spot. Look at the formation of these rocks. Look at the waves crashing up. Can you imagine being near this in a cyclone? Oof. So I learned a Creole word. It's called kupa, and it means doesn't run. I picked up this shell. Like, oh, look how pretty. And it's actually a snail shell. So they're like, the word is kupa. This is the end of the tour, but I am not going to show you the fun part of it because I want you to experience it for yourself. So we're on to the next day, and I decided to throw in a little razzle dazzle and go parasailing. This was actually my first time ever, and I have to tell you, it was a little bit more different than what I expected it to be, but it was definitely a lot of fun. Good morning. Oh, I fell asleep in my clothes because I was so exhausted. I finally got more than 4 hours of sleep, so I'm very happy about that. But let's get up and let's go because I've got one more mountain to climb. So let's get started on our last hike of the trip. Of course, I did my due diligence before going up. And yes, everything is going to be marked. So if you're alone, fret not. It's actually a trip you can do by yourself. Okay, I made it up a little bit, not all the way. I'm almost there though. I just wanted to give you a fair warning as you're walking up here. Oh, that's a beautiful bird. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna capture it by the time I flip this over. There's monkeys on this way, on this route. As they should be, right? So I was coming up the hill. And this monkey was running down, so he threw me off because I was not expecting that. So I want to warn you, this is nature, baby. Okay, look at this bird though, it's beautiful. I think this is the second to the last point where I can just turn back and just like forget it. It's getting windy. I mean, it doesn't look that hard. Do I really want to go? The answer is slightly. Let's see. I made it to this part and I really felt like, hey, I was at the middle of like just keep going, but I felt like the wind was also trying to give me maybe some type of warning. I'm not sure. Okay, I think I've had enough. I did my quick photos. This wind is kicking my butt. And I'm like, I've got tears coming down. So I'm like, maybe it's a little too windy for me. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't think I'm gonna go up further. I just don't feel the need to do it today. Like if I were with someone, I probably would. If maybe it just wasn't so windy. The wind is not making me feel confident. How about that? So I'm gonna go back down. I'm still standing here with tears because I want to go up, but man, I just don't feel like I want to go up. Like I do, but I don't, but I do. So I am. Okay, I'm on my way out.
Yeah, tu sais pas descendre, il descend tout le temps.
Il va bien se débrouiller, t'inquiète pas.
Allez, allez.
Laisse.
Okay. I made it most of the way up. And now I have no desire to keep going. I did for a second. I really truly did. I was going to keep going. But then this is what's starting to like yeah, that's making me like not want to go because I am by myself. And there is another path that may be a little bit more easier. So I'm gonna walk over here. First I gotta go back down. Then I'm gonna walk over there. If it's a little bit easier, I'll keep going. If it's not, This is it for me. This is far enough. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm looking at it. It does look a little easier, but I'm no longer tempted. Like, that moment has passed. It was fleeting, it's passed. I'm good. This is the way that I was trying to go. This is the second route. I'm done. I've had enough. The sun's coming back out anyways, and it's starting to get a little bit warmer. So back down we go. It's been fun. It's been cute. I'm not about this life right now. I'm just over it. I have no idea what's making that sound. I don't know if that's a sound of distress or... Wait, what? Okay, I have no idea what that is. But I am curious to know what that sound is. Anyways, we're gonna head back down. I hope I see a monkey on my way down now. Not one that jumps out at me, but I hope I see one. On the way down,